You might remember that in an earlier video, we set up a page of links to all the products that our fictional olive oil company sells. If you've been following along, it's at /edible-oils, or you could get there by going down to this link here and clicking edible oils. The problem with this page is that it's just a node and we have to update it manually every time we add a product. By the end of this video, we'll have set up a view that automatically displays and updates this page. But first we have to understand our data. I'll go up to Content and then Filter so that we only see our products. And I see that we have 4 of them already. I'll click on one of them and then Edit just so we could see the structure. Okay, so there's a title, there's an SKU and a price, those are 2 custom fields we added, product description where the body would usually go, and a photo. Okay, good, so we have an idea of what we're talking about. Now let's create our view. To do so, go up to Structure, and then down to Views, and then Add New View. We'll call this Products, and the view description doesn't really matter, it's only in the administrative user interface. I'll say Products that we sell. The View Tag field is so that you can categorize your views. After you've been doing this for a while and have dozens of views, that helps you keep them clear and straight and organized. We're going to be collecting information from nodes, so we'll leave it on node. That's usually what you'll have, and click Next. Now we're at the place where we can edit our view. We're going to take this in 3 steps. First, we'll filter things so we only see the nodes we want. Then we'll decide which fields we want to display, and we'll display that as a list. In this case, it'll just be the title from each node. Then finally, we'll change the displays up here to show both a page and a block with that information. You ready? Let's go. First, we filter. So we click plus next to filters and go down here. Now this is a huge list of things that you have a choice of. So I'm going to make it a little bit smaller by going only to the node group. Again, we won't be able to go into very many details of views here, just the very basics. The thing that we're looking for is all nodes that are of a certain type, that is the product type, and that have been published. Then we click Add. Once we do that, we can change some options with each of those. We want it to be all those that yes have been published, so Update, and it should be of the product type, and Update. So now we're selecting the right nodes, but we immediately get an error because this display is asking us what fields do we want to show. Well, that's our second step. Go up to Fields and Plus. And again, I'm going to show only the node group. And I want us to show the title. And click Add. Once again, there are many options here. The only thing that we're going to be doing is making sure that it links to its node, and click Update. We're actually there already. We have a list of all the products on our site, as you can see down here in the preview. The last part of this is to create displays. We want it to show in a page of its own, and why not? We'll also have it replace the block that we created earlier. To do that, we go back up here and we start adding displays. I'm going to add a page, and then change some of the settings that are specific to pages. For one thing, we need to know what path it's going to go to. So I'll say it should go to all-products. Scroll down and Update. Then I'll also add a block. Add that display. And once again, going to give it the administrative name, All Products. And Update, and Save. And we're actually done now. Let's take a look at those 2, the page that we created, and also the view that we created, and compare what they look like. I'm going to create a new window here, and go back to our site, 2 trees. From there, I'll open up a tab with the page. Now remember, this is a node. We would have to update this ourselves. Then I'll also go back and I'll display the page that we created. Once again, if we scroll down, we see it's all-products. Easy enough. 2 trees, all-products. So here's the page, and here's the view. Similar, but not quite there. I'm going to just touch it up a little bit. First, I want to remove the word title from here. Second, I want to put the phrase "our edible oils" at the top. Okay, so here we go. We can edit that view either by going back to this screen, or we could close it out and use the little contextual menu we see here. Click it and go to Edit View. We'll change that title so the word title doesn't show up next to it, and Update. I'm going to say Update Default Display, which means that it'll update not only the page, but also the block and anything else that relies on the defaults that we set up at first. And then click Save. Almost there. Last thing is the title, which is Our Edible Oils. Go back and edit it. and I'll put on a header. That's just going to be a text area. And click Add, and it will be Our Edible Oils. And then I'll click Update Default Display and Save. It's not quite there, but it's a lot better, and the most important thing is, as we add new products, they'll simply show up in this list. I can prove that by adding a product. I'll go up to Add Content and Product, and then I'll go to my exercise files where I already have this text selected. There's my title. And save it. Now, as we go back and take a look at all of our products, our view shows 5 items, whereas our page, since of course it's just a node, only shows the 4. Pretty cool, huh? It should be immediately obvious what a boon this is for any data-driven site. And we didn't really do much to create that view. I'll show you some ways to enhance it in the next video, Modifying Views.